Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Shattered Kingdoms Blood Simple. What happened last time is very easy to explain. You see, a long time ago, Titans ruled the universe. Fast forward a bunch, a vampire drank some Titan's blood, you know, like you do.
A lot of steps.
And turned into a slod, like you do.
A real curse of slod situation.
It was a curse of slod. Wow, it's a real shame this episode's so short. And you can't stay. 44
seconds.
Time we have. Yeah, wow. Anyway, the crew defeated the vampire slod who...
Did we? They got away.
Right. Better point. They plane shifted.
His name could have been Slad Manzarovich, I just realized. And not whatever was his name.
It was Silas. It was Silas.
Silas.
Pardon me.
That's right. Alright, alliteration did play a role.
Uh,
the Slad, I remember, right.
So, you all were hurt. You spent some resources in the last fight. Oh, there was a rat man also. Let's not forget about the rat man.
Alas, John Hamm's unsung role. Hope he gets a Best Supporting Actor nom for that. It was really outside of his normal cast.
Really transformed. Yeah.
Really.
So,
funny how that works.
what would you all like to do?
I guess we need to rest or heal or something. A little bit.
Yeah.
I just got some spell slots back, and I am full health, but I do think we all need a nap. I wouldn't mind a nap.
Just a little nap.
And I am scared.
Just as a treat.
The horrific slod monster who wouldn't stop speaking in my head, the vampire frogman, might come back. So maybe we shouldn't be here when he does.
Yeah.
Maybe just steal from his garden, like Peter Rabbit, and get back on the boat.
Roses, right?
I have Peter Rabbit, and I read it to Arthur. And the second line of that book is, "Don't be like your dad. He was put into a pie." Mrs. McGregor killed him and made him into a pie. It's just like, oh my god.
Lifestyle's hard. Are you going to read more?
If you're frank with them from the earliest moment, there are fewer surprises.
Who hurt you, Beatrix Potter?
Can I say, let's read the
Farmer
garden.
McGregor, clearly.
Yeah. Go back, make sure that Fiona's okay, and maybe just row out into the water, take a long rest, a longie, as we call them.
Take a quick nap.
Yeah. Quick nap.
Time is
and then maybe go after Ulrich tomorrow, and maybe check back in the daylight whether or not the Curse of Slod returned, remanifested itself. I had a real bad time that fight, and I don't want to hang out in this crafts room anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling at a 23 out of 35, so yeah, I could use a rest.
I'm feeling a 22 out of 39, so I feel you, cuz.
You guys are...
Now, here's my question. We went in at, in the afternoon, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Late afternoon or something. So that means we're creeping out towards evening. So if we rest through the night...
Yeah.
Do we have any vampire security?
Being out in the middle of an ocean.
Yeah.
They can't cross running water. I mean...
And I can be okay on a short rest, and you can get pretty well recovered on a short rest too. But I think Darmuid, that doesn't help you as well.
Well, I'll get my wild shapes back, which is good.
Yeah, it does a lot of lifting for you.
And then I still have one second level slot and 3 first level slots. So if we came to it, I could go with just a short rest. I'd be a little limited in my spell slots, but
yeah, I don't think Ulrich's going to get weird, but he does sound like the stronger of the two, like just the brute force.
Mm-hmm.
stronger of the two. Just
And
from
I'm kind
clues
of concerned about approaching a vampire at night.
yeah.
That right, exactly. So
They weren't going to let us back into that swamp dwarf city, right? Like, if we went back there, they'd be like, no, thank you, please. We gave you cigarettes and whiskey already. We don't know what you want. Yeah, okay.
not
yeah,
without a vampire head as like a proof of.
yeah, and even then,
concept.
they're gonna come out. They maybe, if you're lucky, they're gonna maybe test you for vampirism again. I wouldn't push your luck.
Yeah.
Right?
I think our best bet is just napping out in the middle of the ocean. Ocean
Yeah.
style.
Well, yeah, I think that's, and even though the time economy doesn't make the most sense, we can keep watch. We can. Oh, wasn't there supposed to be? Aren't there like kobold pirates out there too? Yeah. Let's do that.
Don't remind Andy of the Kobold Pirates right now.
I don't need reminding about my favorite Cobalt pirates.
All right. Well, I do feel a little bad.
No beard the pirate.
I automatically kind of.
You're shockingly close.
So I was low key imagining them as like the Kukamora from Moana a bit.
Oh,
Just like
yes,
really-
no, very much. That is very much an
well-
inspiration of them.
We've got a pretty accurate picture of the kobold should we fight them.
Yeah, it's basically a bunch of boats like strapped together that they can kind of unlash and kind of unleash a fleet at you.
It's awesome.
Sounds very
yeah.
koboldy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, weren't they called the
AF.
flotilla at the time?
They were called the Kobold Flotilla, yes.
Yes, there you go. All right, so yeah, let's get back to the ship, make sure Fiona's okay, make sure I'm okay. And yeah, just long rested up. There's not a lot of material here to, other than some correspondence we've already kind of rifled through and a bunch of half-finished crafts. I still say we toss the garden though, like to see what's out there because we got a lot of seaweed.
As long as there's not any more vampire plants.
Yeah, well, maybe we can.
Yeah, they sucked.
I mean, I don't know if this is classist, but can you like charm the plants or anything? I know you're more a stars guy, but
I can.
can we take a vampire rose?
Does that count as a plant? I guess. I mean, did it read as the plant?
Let me check to see what its
Or more of a monstrosity.
type would be.
Primordial.
Plate. It is technically a plant.
Okay, so
Blights are plants,
In my-
so not monstrosities.
it's a blight.
It's a kind of homebrewed
Wanted-
blight, but
It's a potted blight.
Potted, right. Sadly, that's what happens to a lot of plants in the
Mhm.
care of humans. Potted
Yeah.
blight. I don't really have any sort of control plant magic at this point.
I think that's kind of actually weirdly higher level stuff. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
spike growth and entangle are arguably, and I don't even think I have entangle yet.
Yeah, you can speak with animals all day long, but
Yeah,
plants?
right. Yeah,
It's
that's
more-
the
yeah.
high levels. That's
yeah,
God's
I don't know.
stuff.
Swamp
They're
thing is
little.
definitely like a
It's
Because like
level
commune
now.
with nature is
That's like
pretty...
a 4th or 5th level spell.
Yeah, I think it's like 4th or 5th level.
Yeah.
I think 5th level
That's
even.
also like leapfrogging over a lot of tiers of influence because commune with nature is like, whoop, okay, nature,
Yeah.
capital N. Let's
But that's
talk.
like the first one that I can. I mean, Marley didn't take a lot of those spells, but it's kind
Right.
of the first one I can think of that
But yeah, it just
is
takes
plant
It's
talking.
hard to get a rose to roots.
Yep.
I just hate to waste them, but maybe the evil. My sympathy's wasted, so maybe we can just ignore them. I guess.
Yeah, because like, what's Awaken even? Yeah, Awaken's a 5th
that's-
level spell.
Awaken
That's
is-
pretty
yeah,
high.
that's-
Yeah. Speak with plants. Here we go.
I mean,
yeah,
speak
3rd
with-
level.
Speak with plant
Is a
Yeah.
3rd level
yeah.
spell.
It's a fireball.
Next-
It's a
next-
fireball.
Next level, I'll have access to it.
I just
And it's
'cause
cool
I-
because it sort of makes them animated, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it plays out. while you're
Turns
speaking.
into-
Yes, because that's right. You can talk to them and they follow your command. So it's basically like speak and command plant.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. I mean, it justifies the level, I think.
Oh yeah.
Suddenly
It's
you're
just
like,
it's
oh,
just so funny
I'm
to me
making
that
the
it's
pine tree kick your ass, or you know.
yeah. It's just funny that it's
Think
not
it'll kick your ass.
two different. It's not speak with plants and command plants or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forever think of third level spells as fireballs ever since I had a ridiculous character who wasted sendings, and Andy's like, that's another fireball. Like, you just spent another fireball explaining who you are to a person you sent to, you absolute goon.
Right.
And you were a cleric.
extra work.
You were a cleric who knew fireball. Like it
Yes,
was
I could
so
fireball
you
rhetoric.
could fireball.
And if you can, right? I mean, it's the acknowledged broken spell in the game.
There's a full encounter that the sorcerer and the cleric stood on a hill and fireballed from 150 feet away, and just every turn it got closer, and they're just like, we just keep fireballing it until nothing was left. Because they're supposed to charge. It's supposed to be this whole like charging thing, and they're just like, yeah, we actually know like the best spell in the game, so we do it.
And then the fight's supposed to go on long enough that elves come in reinforcement, and by the time the elves showed up, we're like, well, fat lot of good, you guys.
I mean, it was great role play. It was great. It was a great moment.
Fat.
But yeah, okay, well, all right, let's go see what's in the garden.
Okay.
Okay.
What's he growing? A bunch of root vegetables? Is he getting any?
Yeah, he's got carrots, potatoes,
Ooh. Potatoes.
Carrots, potatoes, lettuce, kind of like arugula, some greens, tomatoes. It's a pretty eclectic little. Like you could tell he liked his variety in his salads basically, and some of them have been like harvested and picked at. There's a little herb section. So it's nothing
Little
like
rat gnawings on them.
Yep, exactly. But no, like I'm trying to think what like herbs, like no mint or lavender or something like that. Like no cilantro. Didn't like cilantro. Tastes like soap
That's one of
to
those
him.
soapy ones.
Yeah, I think cilantro tastes fine, but I don't have that gene.
I'm taking a lot if I can.
Yeah. So it's a lot of variety. Not necessarily. You're not getting like 3 weeks of carrots. You know, you're getting probably like you're probably getting like a couple days worth of carrots, and especially for the three of you. But yeah, you throw it into your sack.
Chop them up. We get a stew going.
Good a stew going.
You got a stew going.
Hey, with some of these herbs, and yeah, I can collect fish for days. I do have the Outlander thing, so I can feed up to it. But yeah, we get some fish stew going. Stew keeps too, and it's not seaweed, which is my favorite part. And I like seaweed a bit. I was raised on seaweed. I'm not turning my nose up at it, but yeah.
It's a lot when that's all you eat.
When a brontosaurus gives you just...
And it gets stuck in your teeth. Like, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. You can do a lot with it. It's good dried. It's good as a salad.
Nature's floss.
But
nature's floss, we call it.
While Umi is digging up the garden, can I keep an eye on the other tower and just see if, as like it's getting darker, is there any movement, any lights coming on, any creepos looking out the window, anything like that?
Just hating the other tower.
So, you, as the sun starts to go down, you can see, what looks like, very ominously a torch, alights, and you can sort of see like a Nosferatu style shadow of a vampire kind of cross, opens the window and a bunch of bats fly out. And he just kind of closes the window, draws his shades. He's just living that vampire lifestyle.
That's right. He's the one who's made it his whole personality, right?
Bleh. But he doesn't seem to have noticed you. Like, kind of oblivious, maybe. More
self-centered in a different way.
Yeah, more concerned about striking a pose.
I think isolationism, and sort of introverted brooding is probably not uncommon among vampires,
Mhm.
right? After a while, they're just like, it's just easier to be alone. Forget it. No one understands me.
My only friend is the night
Good night.
in this coffin and my ancestral
And
dirt in this lamp.
Right, exactly.
I don't need
Steve
any.
Martin and
Yeah,
Jerk.
exactly. It's
And
the
this
Steve Martin and the
paddleball
jerk.
game. Right, exactly.
Yeah, I don't need anybody
Telephone and his stool.
This paddleball
in
game.
this paddleball game, and that's it.
That's it. I'm out of here. And I had forgotten, but I've forgotten multiple times, and that's just goes to show the condition. But I also have a level of exhaustion from being spooked absolutely straight by that slod. So, cool time.
Not good.
Feel it. Anyway,
Okay, so you got your veggies.
yeah. Let's
Go ahead
go
and-
back to the boat and take a long one, and then plan our assault on Ulrich Keep, or come back here during the day just to see if the slod does return. Though I think it's no more slod than
Can we-
man now. I'm kind of confused as to.
Well, here's a question. He has a coffin that he left behind, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can we wreck it?
Sure. Yeah.
I think we should. If we have any, do we have any holy water in the can?
Agreed.
I think I still got a thing of it. Yeah.
You have a vial. Yep.
Maybe if maybe if we pour some of that in there and maybe
Well,
get rid of
we
the
used
dirt
one.
first.
No, you used one in the fight. I kind of like it in the fight though. If we can just burn it.
Yeah.
That's true. Well,
Yeah, do you
maybe
wanna
if there's
just-
some way we can? Yeah, burn it. That's good. Fire's
Yeah.
purifying. All right, cool. I'll use produce flame and just roast it up. Oof.
Doing some of those crafts too. That macrame was a sin. Not one of the 7 big
Yeah,
ones, but it felt pretty bad.
It's like, one of the 15 lower ones. Bad
He
macrame.
comes back. His bed is ruined and his macrame.
I was gonna finish that.
I was going to come back to that.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I came back
Slod,
specifically for
turkey.
that.
Titan juice.
I've also been
I got
reading
really
this.
into rattan in a minute.
Been reading the same book for 50 years. I'll finish it. I'm 2 chapters
Yeah,
in.
Titan juice.
You know.
You got a Titan juice monkey on your back. You're fooling yourself.
Yeah. Confederacy of Dunces. You wouldn't get it.
Oh God, that's such a funny book.
Um,
The whole hot dog salesman section is just incredible. Anyway,
okay. So you burn the coffin. You burn his crafts. My crafts.
my craft. That's gonna motivate a villain to become
Damn
take it to the
them.
next level. Exactly. It's out of his indolence. He's like, no, I will be an active vampire, a bad guy.
Okay.
Ribbit.
So you all head back to your boat.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head back to your boat. And Fiona's there. She's like, "Did it go okay?"
Well, we came back. Any landing you can walk away from is a good one, right? Dad used to say that. I don't really understand it, but yes, it was intense. It was very intense. But we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a rest. We think here. Do you want to sit up with each of us while we keep watch?
Sure. I was real bored, so that
So we can
sounds real
talk,
nice.
or, you know,
Yeah. Okay.
Make up
Look
some
at-
stories.
look at
you
the
know,
stars.
Share. That's nice. Looking at the stars is always a good thing. We can. There's a whole bunch of stars I'm not as familiar with anymore. Right. Suddenly the whole sky opened up when the storm went away. So maybe you can help
Any
me
ladies?
become acquainted with your sky.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna just rinse some of the bath off my shit and yeah, get on and we can cast off. Safe as houses, and I want to hit the long rest button. Can I hit the long rest button?
You can hit the long rest button. Can I?
We should still take a watch.
Yeah, can I get a watch order, please?
I'll go first.
Yeah. Was trying to. I need to pull up the one document because I thought there was something that I should be doing at like dawn. So I was gonna suggest maybe me taking the last.
Sure.
I don't do well with the middle watch, but I will if that's what you guys.
If you want to go first, I'll go middle. That's fine.
It's hard to wake up and then go back. It's
Yeah,
just.
I feel you. It's fine. It works for me. I sleep in short batches, so I'll take the middle.
But you'll have the most stars too. I forget that way.
I will. That's right.
Thank you, Don.
My pleasure.
All right. Well, then I will make whatever roll you want before I make the long rest because I haven't had it yet.
Oh no, it's when the stars first appear. Okay.
You want the first one then? Because I can take. I think first and last are really my sweet spots. That's all.
Yeah, I could take the first one.
Okay. Is it a monk feature? Just a role playing thing? What do you get?
This is a special Andy thing.
Donez thing.
Yeah.
Oh, is this
It's
from
each.
Let me pull that
It's
up.
from the Allegiance. Our
Yeah.
special Allegiance. So yeah, I can cast Augury.
All right.
Stars first appearing. Seems like we might need some guidance right now. So
Auguring. But and both of your son is right as far as
Mhm.
Yeah, I have that too. Although it occurred to me if we wanted to mix it up, I do have the blessing of Palark, which I thought, oh well, what if I went with that one instead, Andy? What are your thoughts? Just to mix up our options.
Let me double check what Palark's is. I totally down. I kind of think that's kind of rad from a role playing point of view.
yeah, I was thinking that was going to be the one that you were going to pick because of your
Oh really?
little blessing.
But if you
yeah.
if you also wanted to do if you wanted to do something a little more like naturey or like astronomy or astrology focused, we could also do kind of workshop something like that. But I kind of dig the Palark thing, like exploring like a darker side kind of thing.
At the very least for now, because you have kind of entered an allegiance with Palark.
Yeah.
But you can always switch it later.
Yes, that's the thing. You can always switch it, or even just take like look, I promised I'd help the Bing Bong in his thing for Palark. I'm going to take like one allegiance level in it, and then I'm going to switch to something else. But I know it's ridiculous. But he's a very serious character, which I try and do.
Which is my favorite part. He's Bing of the monsters. You know what I mean?
So I kind of dig that arc of just, and also this like kind of trying to find the aspects of Palark that Darmuid would that are necessary, and this kind of the chaos of the stars kind of thing. And I think there's meat there, for sure. So I am down, and you get to cast Alter Self,
which is dope.
Also
the idea of you may be devoted to a certain deity, but that doesn't deny the domains and the presence of the others.
Exactly.
And courting their favor. It's St. Christopher, be with me on this journey. That's their domain. They're the one you talk to. You make the offering to them. It's so and Palark showed up for me in this sort of thing. So I sort of feel like that works. So great.
No, you are picking up what I'm putting down. Exactly that. 100%.
And
cool.
Just for those at home and in general, this is a homebrew edition that Andy came up with, where you can enter an allegiance with a spirit greater than you. It's not quite a warlock pack, but you do get some benefits from it. And it's pretty cool. I like it. Play testing it
We're
currently.
play testing it currently. So yeah, so the basics of it are you enter an allegiance to, you kind of declare an allegiance, and it marks you in some way and gives you a benefit. Right now there's 3 tiers of it, and for the most part you can pick a god, you can pick a titan. They're a titan worshiper still. That's a bad, that they mark you in bad ways typically.
Yeah.
And they give you really good benefits at the expense of your friends, basically.
They make you slots.
They might turn you into a slod, for instance.
One-way journey.
But it can also be concepts like Umi is the sea, and there's a lot of this. There's a lot of overlap between this and Gracefall because they share the same pantheon and such. But like in Gracefall, you can also pick like, I swear allegiance to the Union, and you get benefits of the Union or the Green Corporation, or for Husk for Gracefall Interlude. Garrett and I basically worked out that somehow during the heist, Husk filled out paperwork and they technically work for the Green Corporation, but no one understands how they're there. So they get like these very loose benefits, and like the last one is like they have like an ID card that like at first glance looks like Husk, but then you look and it's like an old woman, and you're just like, this is Dolores, like this isn't you. But then you look him up in the system and he's technically in the system, like, so it's like this very complicated double bluff nonsense thing. It felt very Husk.
Yes.
Definitely.
So anyway,
Yeah, very good. All right. So yeah, why don't you get your augury on, and I'm gonna
get my
go lay
augury
down in a bed of seaweed.
take place within the next 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wheel.
Cool.
That's nice.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll get at least 30 minutes of rest.
Get you quick, Daddy.
Okay. So I'm sorry, after all that, what is the watch order again?
So me first.
Nor.
I'm second.
Oh, sorry. Nor, Darmuid, and Umi. And Fiona's going to stay up with everybody, because technically she doesn't sleep.
Basically. Right.
Okay. So Nor, during first watch, sitting there for a while, the clouds kind of passing overhead, covering the stars occasionally. You see, you notice sort of circling the boat, not aggressively, but kind of potting around the boat, are these like bioluminescent dolphins, and they kind of keep cresting over the surface, and they kind of playfully playing with each other, lighting up the sea, and you can see a bunch of sea life underneath, swimming around through their glow, and they kind of eventually pass. Fiona is especially enraptured by them.
Can I put down a hand into the water to, just kind of be a part of the moment?
Sure.
I don't even necessarily need to touch one of them, just feel closer to them, I guess.
They bite your hand off because dolphins are really mean. No, they're lovely. This is a fantasy setting. They kind of nuzzle up to you and play, and you are one with nature and the moment. Okay. The rest of your watch passes uneventfully. Darmuid, Fiona, starts to talk to you about the constellations, and kind of, she tells you like the stories that her mother told you about that your mother twist. No.
She is a spooky ghost.
That her mother told her about them. Let me pull up the star signs document. So, like, like the morning star is kind of the constant in the sky. It's basically the North Star. You can always use it to find your way home. And the guiding light, ironically, is not like the thing that that one's more like you offer prayers to it for emotional and mental guidance. It kind of strengthens you, and
not literal guidance,
not literal navigational guidance. And it will like disappear from the sky occasionally, so it's also possible it's like a planet or something. And like when it does that, there's kind of that kind of like Mercury in retrograde where like things people become indecisive, and they have a hard time. It's kind of a bad omen typically when the star disappears. It can disappear for up to months at a time, but it is currently bright. It's like the other than the morning star, which is the brightest thing in the sky, and the moons. The moons are very bright, but that's kind of the brightest star, the second brightest star. And then Palarch's crown is this sharp, jagged constellation that you're like, yeah, I guess it kind of like you're kind of like twisting your head, like, okay, I kind of see it. It's just like this crown, and it kind of twinkles, and people. What do they look at that one for? That one's sort of like when you have to be blunt. It's kind of like it's like the truth hurts sometimes, kind of thing. And that's like it's like you look to Palarch's crown, and you're just kind of like, I don't know how to tell you this, but your breath smells like seaweed all the time. So I don't know how to tell the person in my life that their breath always smells like seaweed, and they're my friend, but anyway, so those are the kind of she tells you the kind of the stories about them, that Palarch, handpicked the furthest and most like the most volatile stars to kind of make up his pattern, and he pulled them closer to the planet, kind of thing. The guiding light is kind of a Dakul thing, the god of judgment and truth, and kind of so that when that's not there, people kind of lose sight of justice and truth and honesty. And then the morning star is a reverential star, brightened by Evangeline, allegedly. Like, she came down from the heavens, and she's like, you all need a star to guide you, and brightened the morning star. And then that's also in their lore. That's the last thing she ever did before she just left. So it's kind of, that's also why they call it the morning star. They're mourning the pass, not the passing, but the disappearance of Evangeline. Sure. And kind of in that little kid way that I also just did, because it's kind of rambly, kind of rambles through a lot of that story. And, and then this one time I couldn't make a decision, and my mom was like, that's because the guiding light's not there. And the next night the guiding light was there, and I decided French toast sticks. So.
Nice. French. What is French? Interesting.
It's a far away. It's a land of legends. They have musketeers and a bunch of Arthurian knights for some reason.
Interesting. Right. They all spoke French before they spoke English, those noble people.
Yeah, all the famous ones, really. They're either Welsh or French, pretty much.
Yeah, I think Edward IV was the first English king who spoke English natively. Like, I think that's right. I could be wrong. Maybe Edward III.
Yeah, absolutely sounds right. Yeah, there's too many of them. They all have the same name, But yeah, so that's kind of her deal.
Great. Thank you, Fiona, for your stories.
She kind of nods, and she's like, thank you for listening. It was hard being alone, and you all are so nice.
Oh, we're happy to have you aboard as a member of our crew. You're part of the team, and we appreciate it.
Uh-huh. She's not crying. She's just something in my eye. And she kind of... Oh no, I've been discovered. They are tears. But no, she's clearly very moved and kind of goes and pretends to eat seaweed for a minute. But other than
You
that,
have other things you could pretend to eat now.
oh, just a fistful of paprika or something. Yeah, just
herbs, straight herbs.
just straight herbs.
All cilantro.
But otherwise, your watch passes uneventfully, Darmuid. Umi, you wake up feeling refreshed as the sun starts to crest the horizon, and the ocean around you gets just very still and kind of almost glassy. And just sort of you are sleeping on the water and there is peace.
Yeah, this is right. Like this. Yeah, like in those first, like, kind of like waking minutes after I've, been relieved and whatnot, I do want to contemplate this evil vial a little bit.
Sure.
Just give it like a listen. Like, does it whisper at me anything dark and awful?
It burbles and hisses like lava.
Ooh, that's the trigger substance for you, isn't
It's
lava.
no, get a bit away. Yeah. Well, I got some time. I understand. I don't want to leave Fiona in a lurch too long, but I do think I'm just going to take a quick swim. It's just kind of a float. Just kind of get in my element, actually. Even just kind of like full submerge, so I can breathe it for a bit. Like, just reach some peace. It's freakier than I thought. I met one vampire once and thought I could kill a vampire queen and maybe hit on my skis a bit. But just want to just recenter for a second.
And sorry, and you did just say you have a custom lineage, and you can breathe water, correct?
I actually, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I get that from being a warlock in the deep.
Oh, do you? Okay, I thought that was part of your custom lineage, but I believe you. Okay, yeah. Then kind of.
Yeah, gift of the sea. I gain a swimming speed and can breathe underwater.
Swimming speed's good because that means you can fight underwater too. This sort of that pristine calm as you submerge underwater sort of washes all your tension and your exhaustion away, and you can hear like perfectly clearly underwater as if you're Aquaman. Like you can just hear all the sea life around you. You can hear the distant laughter of dolphins, kind of the chatter of the turtles and fish beneath you, swimming by you, kind of at one with the sea. The plant life almost like growing towards you and like gently like kind of caressing you. The seaweed and the coral and such, the anemones. And there's
With
just...
fronds like these, who needs anemones?
Very good.
Sorry, go on.
If Garrett were here, you would get inspiration, but he's not.
I
So... There is just peace and niceness, kind of the exact opposite of whatever you were just feeling in that tower.
You kind of needed a little morning meditation here. Very good. Yeah, just kind of eventually do that, the Shakira video of eventually open up one eye and the other. Just am I doing it right? I hope so. And then, I'll return to the boat next. I'll start making a stew, and Fiona can help. I'll show her how to help.
I'm made of snow. I might melt. No.
Yeah, we can keep the back from the fire.
So no, she'll help you cut ingredients and such. And then you got a stew going. Nice fish stew.
You got a stew.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I think from that, in your description of it, in kind of being of use, another Marty character that likes to be of use. But yeah, being of use, I think I do feel refreshed. And there's still the weirdness of it, but I think I feel refreshed and recentered, and I can probably beat a bunch of vampires again. I think I'm refilled with this false confidence that who knows where it comes from.
Let's see. Okay. Everyone wakes up to the smell of a delicious stew. And what would you all like to do in the morning?
I'll rise, do some morning meditations, and then I'll come over and help where I can with the stew. Going.
You got a stew going.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I figure and the stew can, simmer for a couple days and stuff too to get really good and going. But I guess we can revisit Silas's tower just to see if we feel it's clear. But we did remove his ability to come back, kind of, while burning down his coffin, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a part of me, I think it's more part of Marty than player, but I don't know what Amy thinks about it. But like, it might have been a one-way transformation. Seemed a little final.
It seemed a little permanent.
It was a desperate.
Yeah. Dr.
So,
Jekyll and Mr. Slod.
So I don't think.
No going back.
I wouldn't say it's going to be the last time we see Silas, but I do think the next time we see him, he's still going to be a terrible demon frogman.
Froggy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coming according.
We wouldn't go right at Ulrich during the day. Maybe he'll be weaker.
Yeah.
Or sleeping. Yeah.
And based on the correspondence, it did seem like Silas was the one who was likely to fuck with Titan's blood. Even against warnings. I don't think Ulrich has that. But again, we did get the impression that Ulrich is self-serious, very single-minded, and maybe a big blunt force trauma. So should still be on
Do you want one of us to hold on to that vial of Titan's blood for you, Umi?
Titan's blood.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, that's probably all right. Yeah.
Fiona's got it. Like, what Titan's blood? What's this?
What do you got, Fiona? A knife. No.
How old is she?
She's like 10.
How does she present?
Yeah, she's like 10-ish.
Right, good. Cool.
No, it doesn't go full Bilbo, but there probably is a little reluctance at first to be like, yeah, that's smart, actually. Yeah, here, no. Yeah, you take that.
Mm-hmm.
Just hold on to it.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully no one calls me a Titan's bastard in the next 24 hours. That would be fun. But yeah, it's just the demon frog monster just said a lot of things, and they don't sit well with me. But I do feel resented, and I think we're ready to take on the world.
Okay. I mean, if you need to talk about it, we're here for
It's
you.
gave me so hard a bath.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I don't know that I have any insight.
Scare barf is the worst.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
that I have
let me
more
just
insight.
say, I think anything the Demon Frog wanted to tell you was designed to upset you.
Mhm.
It doesn't
Oh,
mean
yeah.
it's true.
Critical hit.
So, and why would you think that they would? Why would you? Amazing. Why would you think that they would have your best interest at heart? So just put that out of your head.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare experience. So, like with nightmares, in the morning, hopefully, they fade from memory, and so does their impact.
Yeah. I 100% agree. I think we can just move forward. Clear eyes, clear heart, can't lose, or something like that.
Sounds. I like it.
There's some gaps in it, but yeah. No, it was trying to get into my head, and I think it succeeded. But I think we've rinsed it out now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think let's fully put that behind us and never go back to that tower, or at least not until you can talk to plants and we can go see if those vampire roses are keen.
Yeah.
Let's charge right
Maybe
at
after
Elric. Let's learn nothing from
maybe
the
after we
first
get rid
message.
of Elric,
Yeah.
we can come. We'll be in a place where I can talk to planets. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. As you start to sail again, can I get perception checks, please?
Mm-hmm.
I think historically this has not been my strong suit. I'm not a wise person. Yeah. But I am clear eyes, clear as heart, can't lose because I rolled pretty well today.
That's right.
Oh, I don't have dice out. What am I doing?
What are you even doing?
I rolled badly. I rolled an 8.
Yeah, I didn't do much better. I got a 9.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, it's Amy's day to shine. What are you doing?
Sorry.
Some smash stick going on in the background.
Yeah, for real.
What are you? Those are my barbarian dice. This is okay. I had an electronic plugged in and it fell off my desk.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything's fine. How
are you?
8 and 9. I'm sorry, Umi. What did you get again before my clatter?
I got a 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Umi was bright-eyed, as it turned out.
Yeah. So I think very fitting. Bright-eyed, open heart, open eyes. On the horizon, you can see what looks like just a giant, massive shadow of mishmash boats.
Fantastic.
Oh no! I know what it is.
Can I flavor it just a little bit?
Sure.
There's just that still water that I've been feeling all morning, just shivers enough that it draws my attention. Like just kind of like that's strange. What is it, girl? and then look up and
The water is your last.
The cobalt flotilla.
A cobalt flotilla on the horizon.
It fell down a well.
Middle of the ocean. It's a strange place for a well.
That's where you'd least expect it.
Deep subjects.
That's why it's the scariest in there.
Absolutely.
The deepest fear.
Oh, okay. I'll point that out too, right? Because we don't want it to be a secret. Are they moving parallel? Are they coming right at us?
It looks like they're coming at you. Like, oh look, like fresh meat kind of thing. Fiona's like kind of peeking around you. Like, what is it, friends?
think so. No. Well, we probably have the faster boat if we want to.
I was going to say, do we have a chance of outrunning or hiding?
Certainly try.
Well, pass without trace work on us in a boat.
Ooh.
Let me.
Does that create stealthy reality? Like cloudy mist of water vapor.
Pass without. Oh, right. It's pass without trace. We've established this. Not without a not without a trace. I'm asking you and your for the duration each. Each creature
work in a vehicle.
Yeah, so it specifies creature. So I think it would be such that if they got up to the boat, they'd have like, oh, there's just nobody on it.
What?
Right. Kind of thing.
Okay,
but
that makes sense.
They'd still be able to see the boat.
Right. Whereas an illusion or something might affect how they see the
Right,
boat.
if you had like fog cloud or something to create an embankment, a fog embankment.
I actually do have fog cloud. Let's see that. I don't see why I wouldn't. I'm a druid. I have fog cloud. Yep.
At our level, I think a bunch of kobolds is still a threat. So I'm content to. We can come. We know what Auric is. He's not that creative. We can even maybe retreat back to original Vampire Cove.
Mm-hmm.
Checking my notes.
Get a slice at original vampires.
Yeah. Put some distance. I mean, hopefully they're too easily distracted. Sorry, damn it. But unfortunately, the nearest civilization is really paranoid and doesn't want us in. So,
you brought the Kobold Flotilla. We are not happy about that.
Exactly.
No, Soup, finish your thought because I think you're onto one.
Could we not go to Spring Shield Island and be like, help us, save us, or whatever, but maybe pass without a trace, fog cloud, and go around Spring Shield and come back?
Oh, and lead them to Spring Shield.
No, just lead them away. Just like, you know, because we're the faster vehicle. If we've got a fog cloud, they'll get up to the fog cloud and be like, ah, shit, there's nothing here. And then
they're not
hopefully continue on their way, and then we can whoop-de-doo, back around and
slingshot around it and travel back in time and save the whales. It's a great idea, Noel. Really keen. No, but I kind of, if we can get to or closer to Spring Shield, I think they'll probably pull off. They don't want any.
Yeah.
They're not going to want that heat. I feel like we look like easy pickings with a little boat in the water. So let's try it at least. But look, I'm kind of looking forward to fighting these goddamn kobolds, honestly. But I do think that character-wise and level-wise, we should probably try and run off.
Maybe they would like us. Maybe they're anti-vampire.
I'm very charming. We could do a cultural exchange.
Are they into like?
I have some cigarettes. I'm really trying to get
sea dragons.
Oh, jeez.
Kobolds, Dracophiles, right? I mean,
maybe.
I say we avoid them for now, though.
All right.
So something to ponder for another day.
If I may cast
hoist the
fog
mainsail.
Will.
Okay, so I'll recycle Gust to give us a little boost.
I'll man the till with my forearms.
This is very Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm here for it. With the Painted Lady episode. One of my favorites.
So I water bend, you air bend, and you steer bend.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it was.
You are.
And I'm Sokka.
Yeah, and you're Sokka. Sokka's the heart of the team.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, I mean,
and I've got a boomerang.
You do. Shit. You are the Sokka. You very quickly became the Sokka.
I'm the Sokka.
You've seen a meteorite sword, which is rad.
Am I gonna fall in love with the moon?
Yep.
Find out.
God, I hope not for your sake, because the moon's a Titan corpse. So
nice.
Well, that's right.
Wouldn't that be a twist?
Don't kink shame, Andy.
That's my bad.
Right.
Okay. Fog cloud. How do you just want to? Yeah, you just want to book it, right? Like,
Yeah.
Again, Ulrich's gonna keep. We think. So yeah, let's book it towards.
Well, he's probably asleep, so he's not.
Yeah.
What time
we
is
don't
it?
need
Yeah,
to.
is it like
We don't need
8
to.
in the morning or?
yeah, it's
Later.
morning, and who was on last watch? Umi would have seen him like put like his big nightcap on and do like the Nosferatu stalk across the window and
Bring his bats back in.
yeah, bring his pants back in. You can see him fall back into his coffin.
He's an old bat lady.
Yeah.
It's a little batty, but it's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give the kobolds a check to see if they can figure out. Wait a minute, that fog cloud's moving.
Well, this weather didn't call for fog.
Well, is the fog cloud moving, or could you just cast it on like an area and then we flip out the back, essentially?
Let me double check.
I think I can move it, but I don't think I have to. I mean, gust of wind will disperse it. I think canonically.
Oh yeah, it doesn't move.
Yeah, so we just drop it, and then
So,
we'll sneak out the
right.
back, and then once we're out the back, we
Straight.
can gust away.
Sneak out the back.
Okay, I'm not.
The
You're.
fog cloud has a back door.
That's the bit I'm kind of a little confused on because it's just okay. So here's a fog cloud, right? Okay, let's.
Uh-huh.
Say, this is a fog cloud, right?
Yeah.
You're just gonna go this way. They can still see you then if you're just over
I
here.
think it depends on. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking that we get like, okay, so like, maybe I'm imagining where we are in the incorrectly, but
Oh, you could cast it on them.
They go.
Oh.
through it.
Oh, okay.
Here's their vision.
Yeah.
Book at.
yeah,
I think that's
I think that's probably the best.
okay. Yeah.
That's
And again, not that I wasn't going to let you do. I think I was picturing it differently there because
I had it in my head.
I didn't
I knew what I
understand
was talking
because
about.
it's still a big like 3-dimensional space. It's not a room, you know. Like
Yeah.
I'll draw you a diagram later.
okay,
Yeah, the way I was picturing it, which isn't necessarily, but like we'd get to the point where we could either circle around and follow the land back down to original Vampire Town, or go to Spring Shield. And if we kind of spawned it there, we could be like, but which way do we go though?
okay, but yeah, if you
What that fog cloud did?
boom, throw the fog.
That's your upward inflection.
Throw the fog cloud, kind of get close to them and fog cloud them. Not close. You can get 120. The range is 120, and then you just boom.
Yep.
Yeah, they very quickly slow down, and you can start hearing them. They'll cry out in Draconic, starting to kind of be like, "Oh no, oh no, get the sorcerers!" And you can start hearing a couple people chant. It sounds like they're going to try and cast Gust of Wind or something like that. But yeah, you start booking it.
Oh shit. So it's a race against time.
So you all are booking it. Can I get another batch of perception checks, please?
Can do. Oh yeah, that's more right.
Well, much better. 22. Now that I got the sleep crusties, the eye snacks out of my eyes. We were the two who woke up, right?
Mhm.
Zumi and
Yeah.
Anna.
Yeah,
That
that's
makes
hard.
sense.
And you're never quite. You didn't have your stew
Right.
yet.
No, my morning stew.
Okay. 20. Anybody beat a 22?
Oh hell no, no.
I only 11'd it. I have to that. I'm busy manning the till.
Just
I'm
go.
I'm very
You are.
singularly focused in the opposite direction.
So, Darmuid, looking behind you, you can see bursting out of the fog cloud is a super big dragonborn, a blue dragonborn with like unfurled draconic wings, sort of taking to the sky, kind of looking around for you all. But he's like super obviously out there. And you,
Okay.
like, because you rolled way higher than he did, you immediately catch him, like, before he, like, kind of he's, like, facing the wrong direction from you all. So he has to, he's going to take him a minute to kind of reorient himself and turn to look at you. So you have a couple, you have, like, a reaction, basically.
Few shakes of Lamb's tail. Okay. Hey, they've got a scout. He looks chunky and like ready to rumble. Is he got a weapon out? That kind of reality?
No, but he's scary looking.
What?
I will say that. But yeah, he has
right,
no
right.
weapon drawn.
Do we want to try and pass without trace?
Yeah. Well, again, that's only going to affect the perception of us on deck, as we've established.
It might be enough.
It might be enough. Sure, I can do that.
How much of a lead? Like, are they gaining or not?
No, the fog cloud has sufficiently halted the fleet.
Okay.
So right now it's just the winged dragonborn who is not looking at you yet.
Right.
What's he wearing? Armor?
He is.
Oh, he's flying. He might not be able to wear it.
No, he's wearing like very. He's bare chested, and he's got like kind of like long flowing skirts on. So kind of like big flowy pants and kind of like a big sash and a kind of a skirt over top of it.
And he's pop bear.
And sorry, say again.
Pop bear.
Yep, he's bare chested.
He's a drag. He's a mutant. Mutate.
If we're gonna try and be stealthy here on the boat top, could I like grab a quick hunk of seaweed and just like throw it all over the boat to try and make it look like, oh, this is just a derelict boat floating around?
You want to make a full ghillie suit for the boat, basically.
How far
just toss random seaweed so that it looks in like disarray, like maybe it's been floating for a while on its own.
Yeah, you can.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How far away is he from us?
From you, he's let's see, you had to be 120 feet to cast Fog Cloud, and then you booked it with Gust of Wind. So I'm going to say he's 300 feet from you.
Okay. Okay.
Here's my idea, which just I'll kind of put it out there. Like, what if we cut the sail, but I pushed us along with the water? So we've already got like a bit of a head start, but the sail's probably a bit more obvious of a beacon that we're here. But if we kind of cut the sail in, maybe we look more ignorable, or...
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Is there a way we can affect his senses, is what I'm wondering. Because
I
was
nothing
thinking
for that.
cold person, but that's 60 feet range.
Yeah.
Everything else
try and
is...
float along like a crab.
But we're going to get investigated, whether it's face them now or face them later. And because if we're still a derelict, he's going to come and check it out. So do we wait till he lands and deal with him in close quarters? If he's the advance?
I'd personally rather do that, but that's because I've only got a boomerang for range. So,
and a boomerang's the furthest range of a boomerang is 120 feet. You're throwing it with disadvantage, but
which is
120.
disadvantage, right?
Yeah. So I prefer close quarters myself.
Guiding bolt also 120. That's my furthest range reality going on. All right, then I'll do pass without trace. That's going to give us advantage on or whatever, plus 10 to our stealth. We'll hide on the ship, and but what if he waits it out and the whole flotilla comes?
Well, we have at least a 300-foot head start on him, and the fleet's a little bit behind him, so we can still kind of reopen the sail and just
But
try and get in a race with them.
Well, and Umi said that she's going to be pushing the boat along kind of sneakily in the water.
Yeah, I think if we just look
Right.
like... And if we still keep making 4 Spring Shield Island, all we have to do is beat them there, because I think they probably will pull off.
How far are we from there now?
I mean, probably half a day, hours, but
yeah, it's. Where's my map?
we're still the fastest ship, I hope.
You are definitely a faster ship. You are. Let's see. You're there. You are. I believe it's like 2 or 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if we think we're faster and we are like, okay, we're gonna book ass for 2 or 3 hours, Dragonborn is still gonna be. He's got some other oomph, right, to his speed. Maybe.
Well,
He's gonna.
I mean,
follow,
yeah, I'm kind of hoping that by making us look like it's nothing to see here, that he'll peel off and go back to the flotilla and they'll go along their merry way.
So what we'll do, you're positing, is pass without trace. We hide, drop the sail, make us look like we're adrift. He checks it out on his own and makes his own. We're gonna trust that he is gonna go. Okay, fuck it, it's empty. Maybe he'll root around for some shit. He'll find our rutabagas or whatever, and then he'll bail, or we deal with him, right?
Yeah.
And then
if he
he's
comes
gonna
to us
go
alone, I
report
think we
to the
can
flotilla.
jump him. But if he goes back and says, "There they are," to the flotilla, then I think we're in a foot race.
It's either yes. If he sees us and bails, then yes, we have to run. Which I'm up for too. So all right, let's do this. So pass without trace. Level done. I already did fog cloud done. All right.
And
and
cut the sails in so it looks less like we're deliberately sailing.
we'll dress it look like and
try to push us with water instead.
okay. Great. And stealth checks, Andy?
Until
Yes,
it either
please.
passes or
Plus 10.
it's back on. Yeah.
To what?
I said just until it either passes or it's back on, and then I'll reopen the sails and push this again.
Oh yeah.
So stealth checks plus 10, everybody. And when Darmuid casts Pass Without a Trace, the fog cloud immediately disappears.
Right,
Yeah,
because it's
forgot about that
concentration.
part.
So that's all right though. So I have 22. I did not roll well, but my bonus and then our bonus helped us out. So I have a 22 for stealth.
Okay.
I also got a 22.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't roll well either, but I'm kind of running around like doing sales and stuff, so that's probably part of it. But I got a 21.
Okay.
Still above 20, all of us. So our average is about 20, right? 21.
Fiona got a 23 actually, because she's kind of she has a
brings
little.
up.
She does have a little bonus to stealth since she's kind of used to hiding and kind of.
Oh, dude!
Stuff.
What if we got Fiona to pretend that she's a ghost who was on the ship, was adrift? The guy comes and it's a haunted boat, and he's all like, "Oh shit!
I'm the kid from the ring."
I'm the kid from the ring. Pull your hair forward. There you go.
just quick dunks in the water. Put some seaweed on it.
Forward, comb, brush everything forward.
Ed Rum. Is that the same thing?
Pretend you're Walter Koenig.
The Dragonborn is kind of like, you can kind of from your hiding spot see, kind of, okay, flies over, lands, looks around, does not see you, but you can just hear him booming voice back to the flotilla, "Free boat!"
Oh shit.
Do we want to jump him now? I think we want to
Cuddle
jump
him?
him now.
Do we think that he's not bright enough to know that his voice doesn't carry? Or do we think that he's got some sort of...
His voice is like supernaturally loud. It does carry. Like, it actually hurts a little bit.
So now they know there's a free boat.
Yeah, let's...
Can't create an illusion.
I think we gotta...
Jump him?
Yeah.
Shank him? Alright. Let's roll. Let's go.
Okay.
Andy, you want initiative rolls?
Initiative rolls.
Do we have advantage because we're hidden?
Do you? I mean, you will probably get a surprise round, but I don't think you have advantage on initiative.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
So we don't have an advantage on the initiative. You're saying that for sure.
Yes. Correct.
Someone who-
Correct. I am saying that. Yes.
Even though Marty's the player's king, I think there's still some part of me that's like, we're still hiding,
Or like looking behind you, being like, "I'm doing the. Oh, he's on the boat."
Right. So when he gets on the... Oh, he's here. Hi.
Umi, what was your excellent roll?
Yeah, it was a 7.
7. Okay.
Shit, dude. I have a remarkable coincidence to report.
Uh,
And the question, what's your dex?
Oh, 1, yes, plus 1.
I have +2, so I'm ahead of you. I also got a
All
7. Shit.
just for reference, what would your dex be hypothetically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I got. And Nor, what'd you get?
21.
There you
Nice.
I see
And Fiona.
Darmuid
Fiona
and Umi
Nor
are definitely
say
being
that.
like, so are we doing this? Are we not doing this? Are we doing this? Are we not doing this? Nora's already
go. Nora's
like,
punching him in the back of the head. Don't keep punching me! What the hell, man?
All she heard from Umi going, "Are we doing this?" is doing this.
is doing this, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Doing this. Yeah, we are, Umi. High five with one of my 7 arms. I'm out. Wait, what? Nah. Ah, damn it.
Nor, you get your surprise round.
Okay, cool. I will. Sorry, excuse me. Go in with my short sword. Swing.
Do it.
Better.
That would be a 1. That's a natural 1. That's gonna not hit. That's a 1.
You get advantage from having a
We're
surprise
redefining
round, right?
surprise round. We're all surprised.
Yeah.
We're like, wait a minute. We got the jump on him. We're like, Umi and I run into each other, and you're like,
I slip on
Over
some
at the
seaweed
last
and
right. Or he like picks his nose, or suddenly like, wait, what's that? He turns to wipe it on the wall.
Even with his back to us,
We're
he's
like-
got a lot of wings that are hard to navigate.
Exactly. What if we're able to maintain? But you break stealth with your attack. Shit.
yeah.
Throw some punches in there too, right? You think you did?
Yeah, I can unarmed strike.
Oh, that's
I
right.
can.
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I'll-
You're a
Fucking
monk.
hate swords anyway.
You can attack. If you've only got one attack, then forget it. Natural 1, who cares? Get going.
Yeah, I'll unarmed strike.
Okay.
Golly. Okay. Boopy doo. What do I add to that? I'm gonna guess an 11 does not hit. Nope. Cool.
No, like, ting, like your sword bounces off of him. Like he's got like super hard scales, and you're kind of like crap. And you like, oh, like punching him hurts a little bit. Like,
Oh shit.
he's like super tough.
You said he's wearing flowing robes.
Yeah, and all pants. So it's kind of like big, like flowy, piratey pants,
Culottes?
and then culottes kind of thing, and then like kind of like a looping scarf kind of deal. It's very like Sinbad of the Seven Seas kind of piratey.
Do you have any piercing?
Up close now you can see. Yeah, he's got 2 big horns, and all along his kind of pointed ears are piercings, and when he turns, he's got like a big, like bull style nose ring kind of thing, and he's just kind of like, what? Like,
I'm just gonna yell at him. This isn't a free boat.
it's still a surprise round, so
First, he just thought the wind had picked up oddly near his ears or something,
Yeah.
and then it started yelling at him.
So he's just kind of like,
In the free boat!
Fiona gets to go before Darmuid or Ubi, and just goes,
I knew.
what are we do? Are we going?
Keep an eye on that stew, kid.
She takes one of her semaphore flags and throws it.
Oh. Jesus.
It just bounces off of him.
But I'm imagining, like, Majorette style with the flags, right? Like, she's got all the moves, and the high knee jump steps and stuff.
You throw a flag at me?
Really great posture.
Just starts high kicking to her hiding spot.
I think this
I gotta
boat is
go.
haunted.
The girl from the ring threw a flag at me.
Working.
I don't even think it was the remake girl. The original.
Darmuid, it's your turn.
Oh! All right. So we have piercings established. I would like to cast heat metal on all his piercings.
Okay.
So I think he takes damage right away, and then on his turn, I think that's how that works. Second level. Gets 2d8. Ooh, 11 points of fire
Okay.
damage. And that is a... Let me just look at this. It's an action. Okay, cool. And I am going to bonus action do a wild shape and do the archer starry form. And so I get to shoot him with this thing too, on activation and as a bonus action. Okay, so that is, I think, a dirty 20 to hit. Yeah, dirty 20.
Okay, that's a
Hit him?
hit. Yes.
Great. Okay, he's gonna take 9 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Also out of hiding.
And finally, Umi.
Yes. Dang, actually. Alright. What's interact with the object? Is that an action?
Yes, typically yes.
Alright. Oh yeah, don't have a single punch section, huh? Alright. I'm gonna long play this a little bit, so forgive me my strange action economy. I'm gonna reopen the sails and try to catch the wind again. We
Okay.
can fight a blue dragon man, but let's keep trying to outrun the boat.
Okay.
Escape.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Keep him away from his allies. Smart.
I'm gonna busy myself reopening the sails.
Great.
Okay.
Hot dragon.
Are you all for real right now?
Yeah.
No. We're all in your imagination. Woo!
It's the gear from the ring.
We're all ghosts.
You're all... So this is a ghost ship.
Look at my ghostly arms.
They are a gift from
I've got
Sonez.
I'm sparkling. Wait, what?
Wait a second. You know Sonez?
Yeah.
Can I look up and down his his vestments again and see is he a bro? Is he chilling?
Is he a sober?
He kind of makes like Hashtag. No, yeah, looking up and down him, he seems like yeah, give me a religion check. Now that you have now that he has turned around and you have a good look at him, and you kind of tried to punch him in the back of the head, and he's like, "Whoa, not cool, actually."
Okay.
A
dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, he's got some adornments to Thrakar Stormbellows.
Oh, okay. Do I know any sort of like any kind of like religious greeting or sign or anything for Thrakar that I could throw at him?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll yeah.
No, yeah, like kind of general, like they're all about like preparedness and kind of fear, and Thrakar's a weird dude, weird dragon. He's the storm god, so
yeah.
But yeah, like kind of a traditional like greeting to Thrakar, kind of you know, may the wind be at your sails and the clouds stay on the horizon, kind of thing. And he's kind of like, okay, you did throw a punch at me, but like, are we cool right now? Do you know my dad?
I think I might know your dad.
Hey, would we possibly know his father?
It's a religious thing. Don't worry about
Dad
it.
knows my dad? Oh.
Does your dad know Thrakar Stormbellows?
I have to ask him, maybe. Sorry, I'm burning your nipples and stuff, all your piercings. Are we cool? Because I'll drop it.
Do I get your boat?
Like, it's our boat.
We kind of need our boat, but we do have another boat.
It's true.
Tip, actually, awesome. I'm just going to shout in a panic. The storm has fallen and I have shattered.
Okay, well, I'm still getting over, like, yeah, like, the storm, like, it's been really hard for me, because, like, it's just like, you know, where's my dad?
Oh my God, get a journal. All right, we discuss.
Where are we going?
Sure.
So were you in or out of the storm when it fell?
Well, like, see, I sort of, you know, as like a punishment, I was kind of confined to this little area, like, to teach me humility, because Dad's all like, you'll never be a true god of the storm. You know?
Goddamn storm.
How funny we were talking about.
But then I found these rad little kobold dudes who were like, you're a demigod, and I'm like, hell yeah, I am. So, like, this is rad as shit. All these boats are super cool. So now I go find them boats. If you have a boat, I'll take your boat, my dudes, and then we don't have to happen. And the kind of the headache I got from these this fire ring could happen less.
So here's the thing: we have two boats. This boat we kind of need.
Yeah, it gives us around.
We gotta get around.
We're kind of in the middle of the ocean and need.
You guys were doing shit. Oh, my bad, man.
Yeah. You know, you're kind of on a mission. I'm sure you can understand. You know, dads and all. But we do have an empty boat that dads can't live with them, can't live without him.
If this fool's name isn't...
Can't afford to move out. Can't live with him, can't afford to move out.
Yeah.
If this fool's name isn't Donald Drake, I'm mad at you. And if it is, I'm mad at you. So it's really tough. You're in a bad position right now.
Do you have a brother who's an
He's actually like a blue frost giant? It's a real weird relationship.
Oh, weird.
Donald Drake.
So we do have an open boat though that we can't we don't have enough people to man anyway. So it's a pretty big boat. It's pretty cool. It's a sensible Volvo. So, you know, practical.
It sounds like
safe for the family.
That's
Gets
the
your
butt warmer.
groceries
See,
where you need to go.
that's the butt warmer.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's good for city and country driving.
It's got that 6 CD changer. You got it, guys.
Casting gust. Casting gust.
Casting gust.
He'll kind of like wave his hand, and the direction of the gust changes, and he's just pushing it back towards his boat, and he's just like, So okay. Oh, my bad, my bros. Did not introduce myself. Kai Thrakar son. A pleasure.
Right.
Nor Hawks. Monk of Sonez.
But not like you're not like their kid.
No, not as cool as you. I gotta say, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, the little kobolds, they think I'm pretty rad. So like when I bring you all in, I don't really want to have I just wanted a boat. I thought I had a free boat, and I'm getting a free boat.
You could get a free boat,
but I could be getting 2 free boats. So I just needed to look.
You can't ride 2 ponies with one ass.
Oh, but I kind of can though, because I just strap them all together.
But see, why do you want this little you know measly boat when you could have the cool bigger boat?
Listen up, my bros. I am going to be cool, but I just need you all to be cool and kind of play me up.
Uh-huh.
How terrified you are. Okay. You've heard the story of Kai Thrakar son. His legend is long, and you have heard of Kai Thrakar son.
Yeah, absolutely. Terrified. Absolutely terrified.
You're not supposed to know that. I hit a stick and I become a regular man.
I apologize.
You're blowing up my spot. I'm trying to date Lane Joster.
Also, it's Dr. Blood Drink.
Thank you. I didn't go to... I am a doctor in osteopathy. Thank you.
I didn't think I'd hate anyone more than Nike, but you did it. You did it in one. Half court, no look pass. Fantastic. Love this guy, actually. All right, let's go. Wait. Sorry. I'm going to try and keep gusting, but like it's not working, obviously, because he controls storms and I gust.
I haven't let up on the burning piercings yet until I get a straight answer. We need to keep our boat.
Oh yeah, you're going to keep this boat, but I am getting a boat.
Yes.
And the ghost girl, is she like a feature of this boat? Can I borrow her?
Well, why do you need our ghost girl?
Borrow. She's our friend.
Because she's kind of scary, and I was going to like play a joke on the kobolds.
Oh, and that's your thing. You'd have to ask her. That's up to Fiona.
Informed consent.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's a hard no.
Yeah.
I can do that. I control water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, when we get over there, back to my... If someone could just comment on my impressive wingspan, also helpful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
We do have a bit of an agenda.
Got it, Kriv.
We were on our way to do a sort of public service.
Yeah, okay. We're kind of gonna go and fight a vampire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those guys suck. He looks to a camera.
Yeah.
I can break the fourth wall.
Somehow he's a mashup. He's the mashup with Deadpool in this universe, right?
Warioski, yep. The sooner we cooperate, and we're gonna give him the sob of votes with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sob of votes. Correct.
All right. Like, hey, what do you want to do with the hair thing? You just want to freak him out because I can.
Oh yeah. Actually, this is better because they think all humans are haunted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, with the soul? Yeah.
Yeah, they're bad luck. I know you're not technically a human, but
yeah, I'm close enough. All right, hold on. Let me look at my spell list because I can actually help with this. And if we do this, you're going to be cool. You're going to let us go.
Yeah.
We can go about our vampire fighting.
I'm just here for the vibes, and it turns out, now that the storm's gone down, if I get one more boat, one, I'm the biggest earner. They're going to like me even more. And two, I move one step up in the pyramid and knock Beardo down. He doesn't even have a real beard. Off the captain's pyramid.
Don't care for most of it. Real banner Q1 for Kai Thrackerson. Yeah.
The captains are Daggerclaw, Fintop, Horn Dog, Pickletooth, Red Scale, and Beardo.
Horn Dog. Love it.
I was going to say I'll watch the episode back, but I want you to have to say them all again. So let's go ahead. From the top,
Sure.
real quick.
Yeah, Daggerclaw.
Oh, got it. Real sensible name.
Fintop, who has a rotting shark fin on his head.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't
Okay.
So we know who that guy is.
Horn Dog.
he? What? It's my favorite already. Yeah.
Pickletooth. He always has... He doesn't... He has a fake tooth that's a pickle. That he's kind of carved.
Oh,
Red Scale. He's green.
nice. And colorblind.
yes. He's red-green colorblind. And Beardo, who just has like a big like fake Santa Claus beard on kind of thing.
Now, see, my headcanon is that Kai actually named them all, and he's the one who's colorblind.
You're like that.
The god said he's Red Scale, so he's Red Scale, everybody.
Yep.
But I'm green.
You set up Red Scale.
I want you to know that in my notes I have Pickletooth, one word, dash, pickle, space tooth. Don't know how else I'm going to remember that. All right. Yep.
Pickle tooth.
Yep. Well, we got it. We got the, and that's going to just bump you right up, pay me to captains or whatever you're doing, and we can go about our evil killing business. So yeah, we're of a peace of mind.
Thank you for this. This is pretty great. And if you can spread the word of Thrakar Stormbellows that he has not fallen, he's just taking a nap probably, and he's going to call me back home any day and explain what's happening. And all this fallen, that's probably like actually like he's like it's been like, oh Sodden, you can come home. You must find me. Sounds like Bane.
It's a mashup universe.
Yeah.
You've only adopted the storm.
You're a proud boy. You must
if I
learn to
can-
measure.
Finger gun shoots a little lightning sparks.
If I can kind of get to like a whispering position with my cohorts, should we ask him about the mask? Should we ask him about that
About the
mask?
Oh, dolphins.
Luckily, he's easily distracted. Like he has gust between us and him.
Like, you know, because that was like a mask to Thrakar
I said
Stormbellows.
the phrase to him, and he didn't seem concerned. He just kind of seemed to agree that yeah, that was true. It's kind of like yeah, yep.
Well, just, you know, maybe he might know something about.
We don't think it's a dubious claim that he's the physical son of.
Listen, I'm gonna let him believe whatever he wants to believe. It seems like he's convinced of it either way.
Oh yeah,
Right,
that-
if it's true for him, it's true. It's like in a dream.
Gust.
And he is, I mean, my punches did nothing. I mean, you saw the way my sword
Really?
just glanced off of him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, you nailed him.
You heard him dead drop too. Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess we help boost him up in front of his
I'm
bros.
still Still burning all his piercings, and he hasn't said boo about it.
He's got a real cold demeanor. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll give him the boat. Right, we didn't have any plans on the boat anyway.
Yeah, we were just gonna Trojan boat it, so
And I think
TB.
Yeah.
You guys are going after vampires? Cool hobbies.
yeah, that's kind of the what we do. We go into these towers, and rid them of their undead, and
Get rid of evil undead. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Have you been to the castle?
the castle.
Yeah, it's got like a blood moat. It is rad.
Is that
Yeah,
the
like
one-
a bunch of buzzards and crocodiles. Oh man, it's like a metal album cover. Can I give you guys my CD?
Do not give me your SoundCloud.
I'm gonna guess
love that
that's
he has a
Donna's
CD giving
castle.
No, he says it's the castle. It's the other castle here on the island. It's the one that the Spring Shield dwarves said was like heavily fortified.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
We're the inland then.
Yeah. We were gonna try and do like a Trojan boat situation there, but yeah.
So is he talking about one on Alton or one on Ryton?
Alton. He's talking about the one on Alton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, oh boy.
Yeah.
That's bigger tech than I expected to head, but sorry, tick. Bigger tick than I expected to head.
Big a tick.
But
Tick.
yeah, no, we're working our way up to that, I guess. We already fought one, and we fought 3,
Yeah.
and 2 of them went well.
So you were just up that pyramid.
Yeah.
Yes, we are working our way up the pyramid of yes, to
The
put it in terms you can
Vampyramid.
understand. I feel obligated to do some kind of cultural exchange with you. What's your deal, man?
You know, I'm the son of Thrakar Stormbillows. I'm a storm demigod.
What makes you think that?
What makes you think I'm lying?
No.
I don't think lying was really the verb.
Or-
It's more about how do you know?
Because I met him and he's like, I'm your dad. And then he raised me.
Oh, it does sound pretty compelling.
I ascended from the great celestial mountain. Or descended, I guess.
Does not really sound like, though, the behavior of an immortal with regard to their mortal offspring. Normally, they just let them run around and get into
What is
trouble.
something in the foundational documents? It's a great celestial mountain, or is this the first we're hearing of this?
Well, the thing is, you all don't know where the gods are. They just left one day, basically.
Yeah,
They all kind of slowly wandered off. Like the last one that anyone saw was Calvera. She was kind of the one who stuck around the longest. But
Was it like a nonchalant? They were like, okay, they're not looking. I'm gonna make my move. I'll see you guys on the other side. Like they were all like,
they all kind of Irish goodbyed. Yeah, like it was all just like one day. Like what did I say earlier? The last thing Evangeline allegedly did was like make the star bright, and then she's just kind of like bye.
And she,
right.
UNNOFT. And so you were stuck in here, these waters, the central reach here, as I've come to know the document name. And you just recently ran in with the kobolds, though. That's new, or that's been.
No, like they started on the island I don't talk about a lot in this sector. What's it called? Terrassa. And I was like, this is boring. And then they were like, that's right. You seem cool. And I was like, guess who is? Me.
The big charismatic individual.
So we strapped a bunch of boats together. We were like, let's avoid all the vampire stuff. And it's actually been kind of boring because you can only get so much like fermented pineapples from the dorks on Evansylvania before it's just kind of dull. And Bing Bong will not return my calls. He does not get along with me.
He's the big and the
I don't know
bulky.
why.
He's fond of
Well-
Palark, isn't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So maybe that.
He's jealous.
that's with your dad.
Well, I mean,
Maybe.
if y'all are bored and looking for something to do, you could, I
Exactly.
don't know, help us with the vampires. Like, that's something.
Do you know
With
about
great
these
power,
other,
there
like,
must also come great responsibility.
Oh, whoa, haven't learned that lesson yet.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind.
And, you know,
Forget I
if
said it.
if the other vampires are anything like the first vampires we fought, there's pretty sick boats in it for you. So,
True. They had good boats. Vampire boats.
I do like boats.
I'm just
Or
saying.
you all could get me the boats. Kind of starts,
Yeah, but that doesn't
kinda
solve
starts
your boredom problem.
scratching at his ear. Like, this is starting to burn a lot.
yeah,
Oh, I thought I smelled this. Yes, demigod brains burning.
my
I
handwriting's
thought you were
terrible.
smarter.
Is there a question I can help you with, Marty?
Okay.
Well, yeah, aren't we kind of dimly aware of an exarch of Thrakar?
No, the
Evangeline and Dackle?
the XRs were of Palark, Evangeline, and Dakul. They were. It was the three big ones that Bing Bong said there were exarchs of. It doesn't mean there aren't exarchs of the other gods,
I
but
see. No, my note here is Thrakar the Storm Warden maintains the storm to keep the Titans locked
Yes.
up, which has since fallen. Okay,
Correct.
so that's what it's under Evangeline and Dackle. Okay, so he's not going to be impressed with other exarchs, I don't think. Okay.
No,
So his dad could be dead for reals, or
Yeah,
just
well,
bailed.
for real, for real.
Yeah, do you know anything about keeping the Titans locked up? Then did he ever mention that when he was talking to you about what a good
oh
son you were,
boy, he
whatever?
talked a lot about kind of responsibility and legacy and kind of your the things the burden of being a storm warden kind of thing. Like that was never. It was always like, it's not really about scaring folks or having rad lightning storms. It's about keeping the Titans at bay and stopping the Titanomachy from ever rising again. I was just like, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I can shoot lightning out of my hands. That's way cooler than locking up a giant pyramid that you broke like 10,000 years ago, Dad. I get it.
So out of all of that, you heard lightning's red and scaring folks is pretty fun.
It's pretty fun, though.
Okay, yeah.
So the storm has fallen. The storm that was to keep all the gods, or the Titans, from reforming the Titanomachy.
One in specific. Get it, Dad? You beat up a pyramid. What a way to mislearn the lesson. You are a great son. I can't imagine why he made you Dr. Blunnold Blake. Good dreams.
It's always looks at the parent.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what's your play here? Because I can do a scary thing if that helps you along with your bros. Just want to know what the play is there. And then we're going to
so
point you towards the boat and we're free to go. What's going on?
that sounds pretty cool. Yes, so he'll he basically just wants you to spook them. Like you could literally appear and be like, I'm a human, and they'll be like, oh my god.
Oh, good.
And I'm half human.
and Darmuid just kind of waves, and it's just like, ah!
Yeah, exactly. I'm here too.
Yeah. We're in for a penny, in for a pound.
Let's do it.
But yeah, so you approach the Kobold fleet, and it is indeed just a bunch of ramshackle ships lashed together. Sort of, there's a couple skiffs on the outside that you can tell they can kind of if they all rush to one side, it'll lean kind of, and they can do sharp turns basically. But yeah, they mostly steer by throwing the mass of their body weight back and forth. They just kind of move as a big horde. And yeah, there's like 100 of them, and they're all various different cobalt colors. There's like 5 big ships, and that is it 5? 2, 3, 4, 5. Six bigger ships, kind of with like taller, kind of cabin areas, and one for each captain. Yeah, kind of, and you can see Daggerclaw, Fin Top, Horn Dog, Pickletooth, Red Scale, and Beardo.
Beardo. Right.
And yeah, as you get close, Kai's like, I got another ship. It's not this one. It's better. This rinky-dink thing, this piece of garbage, we're not even going to touch this. This thing sucks.
Yeah,
Hey.
he used his impressive wingspan to fly over to us and see what shite our boat is. And so we offered him another boat as a tribute because he's so cool and great and rad and definitely the son of Drakkar Stormbellows.
You can see
Yes.
Kai is like mouthing along with what you're saying as if like, he told you exactly what to say and he's just like rehearsed it. Yeah.
I'm reading from a little piece of paper. in
Gives
one
you
of
like
my
puts his arm behind his back
hands.
and gives you like a big thumbs up like behind his back.
I would like to create a 30-foot cube of rain and fly 10 feet. Just freaking-
All the kobolds gasp.
and I'll just go like
The human is haunted.
full limp.
This is what I heard the humans do.
Do my full Cathris impersonation.
For some reason, I keep thinking of Cathris where the tentacle would fly him, so I'm imagining your water tentacle just flying
Yeah,
you around.
So cool, I'll say.
Oh my gosh. This is... You kind of hear them whispering like, I hear all humans can do this.
The only thing
It's a
preventing
racial
me
trait.
from fucking is Kai Thrakerson.
Hi.
The all of the children are horrified and the parents are like, look at them. They come for you in the night if you misbehave.
Thanking us silently for like creating an appropriate bogey for them to terrify their children with.
Okay. We've gone well over, and I know we started a little late, but we going and fetching the sensible Volvo for them, they immediately start to apply it to the ship. It's kind of been added to sort of the front left part. There's a big argument over which captain gets to add it to their kind of section of the flotilla. And since Kai found it, he gets to kind of, curry favor with one of them being like, it's my boy, Red Scale.
I'm in a liminal space of loving it so much. It's amazing. The places you create.
The mashup is
As a-
great.
As an actor, as a player, you really put me in. It's a gift. I'm going to look at it as a gift.
Thank you. I'm being totes norms right now. Soup newts.
Nudes.
He will, Kai Thrakkarson will say, smell you later. Don't ever look me up.
I intend to never smell him again.
I don't think I have a choice. He's around.
And the flotilla leaves, and he takes his Cheeto stank with him. There was that episode. And we'll end there for tonight with whatever that was.
It is.
Outros and plugs, Timothy.
What do I want to plug? I want to plug justice being done in Tennessee and the Tennessee 3 being reinstated. The two that were taken out, the two Justins, both remarkable. lawmakers, in my opinion, really amazing people, and I'm glad that as of today, I believe both of them are back in, and I hope that they continue to do the good work for the people.
Yep.
Cece.
I'd like to echo that and also say trans rights are human rights. Don't hate on drag queens. They're just trying to have fun, live life, and do their job at the end of the day. So, and definitely don't hate towards trans people. They're just trying to live their lives. Love each other. Love is always the way, and instead of hate.
And Marty.
Those are some acts to follow. But look up the death count of drag queens versus the death count of automatic rifles, and I think one seems more urgent than the other. Speak of Tennessee, if you go to Pod Save America, they are raising money currently for the Tennessee Democratic Party, specifically to help in the special elections that both of the Justins have to run now. If you don't know what we're talking about, look it up. It's pretty readily available. But also, you can give money directly to, and it will go to the Tennessee Democratic Party, so that if they can spread it evenly, but it will be prioritized towards the Justins being reelected. Also, I believe at least one of the Pod Save America guys, John Lovett, if you buy tickets to his show or follow the links through to the show, you can also donate to, I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but it is like basically quit fucking with gays. It is almost that direct, and it does go directly to trans and gay youth and anti-hate crimes. So there you go, actionable. Can't give you a link, but maybe we can get one. Also, like and subscribe for more content like this, where we be silly as hell and then punch you in the feelings. So do that. Don't be afraid to be weird. If your players are having a good time, you're doing your job right. And Andy, you are doing your job exceptionally, because my face hurts. I'm apparently having a good time. I looked it up in my notes, and it says that right here. Under Kai Threckerson, Blonald Drake may have a white dragonborn half-bro.
Nice.
Still confused with some of the details. These are dark times. Don't be afraid to have fun, but do then carry forward, with some responsibility.
I will echo what everyone said. You can't be sad all the time thinking about all this stuff. You will. It's not good for you. So it's important to take a step back, play a game with your friends, perhaps Scum and Villainy, which is sort of a Star Wars Blades in the Dark game. It's forged in the Dark system. Perhaps you like something like that, where you can kind of fight fascism and be hopeful. What else? I will echo what everyone said. I don't know how you can be like, well, we should disenfranchise all of these vast minority of people, and that's cool, and I'm on the right side of history, because I don't know when in history that has ever been the right side.
Yeah.
Just, I don't think... But we're not teaching history anymore, so that's fine. Be on the correct side of history. Oh my God, just treat people like people. Jesus Christ. Would have said that. So, that's it. That's it. Be safe, be kind. Gracefall is back next week. Gracefall is back next week. The Hills Are Alive, episode 28, I think. Episode 10 of Shattered Kingdoms in 2 weeks, Blood Simple Part 2. And I believe Dragon Lords is on this Sunday. And Galaxian Revolt will be back in May. So that's exciting as well. That's it. Have a good night. Be safe. Be kind. Bless all of you. Love all of you. Thank you so much. Bye.
I'm going to post a Vine.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Post
and
it.
Marty will continue to post the top best Vines. Thank you. I will not be silenced. I haven't done that in a while, but I won't be.